Preseason game 1 in the books. Some good, some bad, but we're going to break this mamma jamma down. What is up, Finn fans? Yes, preseason day 1, game 1, week 1 for the Dolphins in the books. So I'm going to give you a nice little review. This is normally what I do after the normal games, give you a little, idea of what I do during the season. But before we jump into that, first, I got to shout out some new patrons and members. First, Dandy, new Patreon. Thank you so much for joining. Members, Peyton's Fishing, Oren Zarif, and Keith Scott. Thank you guys so much for being members. And you guys might be asking, what in the flip am I wearing? Well, Patch Vibes sent this to me, and it is their new line. It's like kind of like a baseball jersey, and they sent this to me. So they have, like I told you, they have a ton of stuff, from patches to hats to t-shirts to pins, all that good stuff. Use the promo code DouglieDoW, you get yourself 20% off. The reason I'm wearing this is because I'm thinking of giving this to you guys, giving this away. I don't know for what. Maybe it might be for the Patreon members, fantasy, but I think for hitting 25,000 subs, I think I'm going to be giving this away as a thank you. Now, what's the credentials, or I can't even speak right now. I don't know yet. I will let you guys know this week when I put out the fantasy football video telling you guys how to join. I will tell you guys what you have to do to get in to win this. It's actually really comfortable. So if you guys want this, it's an extra large. So if you guys want it, it'll fit you. Like I said, it's baseball jersey style. You can button it up, all that stuff. I'm giving that away. Also, Backroom Collections. If you guys don't know about them, I don't know how. I talk about them all the time with great artwork. They're doing like tile imaging and stuff. It's really cool. Go check them out. Use the promo code DDW. You get yourself 10% off. And with Patch Vibes, it's DDW2. You get yourself 20% off. So let's talk about this game. I will pop up some of the plays that I'm talking about, but like I said, I'm going to try for tomorrow to do a deeper dive into today's video and today's game, and maybe talk more about certain plays on how they could have worked better or worse. But let's first, like I normally do in my reviews, my recaps, let's talk about stats. Tua Tagovailoa, 8 for 11, 99 yards, 1 interception. I will talk about the 1 interception. It was his fault. Can't even say, well, blah, 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 blah. Nope. He tried to force it. I'm happy he tried to force it. I'm happy he's being more aggressive in the preseason and in training camp, where you can work on those things and show the aggression. But he did. That is his fault. Jacoby Brissett, 6 for 10, 67 yards, and that nice touchdown to Ahmed on the, I think it was a swing route. Dropped it down to him. Reed Sinnett, 6 for 10 for 51 yards. And then when it came to rushing, Savon Ahmed, 6 carries for 40 yards. Myles Gaskin, 4 carries for 19 yards. Reed Sinnett had a 1 carry for 17 yards. Jacoby Brissett, his first series, he was running all over. And Patrick Laird, my boy, 3 for 12. When it came to receiving, Myles Gaskin led the pack with 2 catches for 56 yards. He had that big catch and run from Tua. Nice ball placement on that one. Lynn Bowden, 4 catches, 47 yards. Savon Ahmed, again, that 1 touchdown. 2 catches for 31 yards. Matt Collins, 2 catches for 22 yards. But if you notice something, 2 targets, 2 catches, 5 targets, 4 catches. They were doing really well at catching them. I'll put the list because there's a lot of catching and all that stuff. And then we'll look at the Bears. Justin Fields. Andy Dalton was the first teamer. He did 2 for 4, 18 yards. Dolphins' first team defense shut down the first team offense of the Chicago Bears. Then Justin Fields came in to play the second. Actually, he came in and played the first team defense for a series of 2, did nothing. Then the second half of the game is where Justin Fields kind of started to get into his groove against the Dolphins' third teamers. And he went 14 for 20, 142 yards and a touchdown. He also had a rushing touchdown. But Justin Fields, you noticed, from what I noticed, is he kind of got off to a slow start. I don't know if it's because he was facing the Dolphins' first team defense, but once he started getting into a groove, they hit that field goal before the half. And again, the second half where he was going up against the second and third teamers on the Dolphins defense is where he started to come into his all. And Nick Foles, 1 for 3, 8 yards. Then it came to rushing. Dolphins did a really good job. Atrevius Pierce, I hope I said his name. Atrevis Artravis. I don't know. 5 carries for 50 yards. Ryan Nall, 3 carries for 43 yards. Herbert, 6 carries for 38. And Fields, again, 5 for 33 and that 1 touchdown. Receiving yards, no one really burned us. Rodney Adams had 4 for 57. Jesse James, the tight end, 2 catches, 38 yards, and that 1 touchdown. But other than that, it was 1 catch here and there. Now, talking about the game, right? Tua had a good game in my mind. When Tua came in, he was doing really well. That 1 pass to Shaheen should have definitely caught it. I'll pop it up. Should have definitely caught it. Great ball placement, hit him in the hands. He should have caught that pass, kind of stalled the drive, and then the next play, he threw it away. He had a ton of pressure in his face. He was trying to, it looked like there was a route coming open to his left, so he tried to get the ball out there, but he had a defender right in his face. But again, he went, 8 for 11. The one, besides those 2 drops, the throwaway, the drop, and the interception, he was perfect, right? Let's talk about the interception real quick, because everyone's going to want to talk about it, because Tua didn't throw any touchdowns preseason, but he threw an interception. Tua sucks. I have to, again, if I can get the all-22, I will have the video out tomorrow breaking down the film. It seems like Mac Hollins, and again, to me it looked like it was Mac Hollins, was doing a post route in the end zone. I can't really see, again, I'm watching broadcast TV where they follow the ball. I can't see if he did come open. It seems like he had the corner on his back, and he seems like he came open for a split second, and then it looked like he threw it a little late, and the safety came over. So this is the corner. This is Mac Hollins. So Mac Hollins was here. Corner's here. It looked like he came open. Tua threw it a little late, and the safety came over and picked it off. That's what it seems like. Again, I haven't broken down the film yet. But that's just, if he would have thrown it like a second or 2 earlier, it might have been a touchdown, if not a touchdown, a smackdown, and not an interception, and then potentially another field goal. But the defense, the first team defense did fantastic. I'm ecstatic with the first team defense. And that's without Byron Jones. That's without Xavier Howard. That's without so many top-notch guys. You saw Nick Needham out there smacking the ball down. You saw Eric Rowe in tight coverage smacking the ball down. Even in the second half, Noah Igbenogany, Javon Holland starting to show, get in there, tight coverage, smacking the ball down. Nice to see Jacoby. Again, Jacoby Brissett came in his first drive, and it didn't look great. He threw a pass to a check down, high pass, almost intercepted. And then he scrambled a lot. Seems like these receivers weren't getting open for Jacoby Brissett. But then, he comes back, does better. He throws that nice touchdown pass to Savon Ahmed. Again, the first team defense just shut down Andy Dalton in that offense. 3 and out. It was fantastic to see. Same thing with the second team defense, was doing really well. We scored 13 points. Halftime was 13-3. So if you look at it in the first team offense, defense, even second team offense, defense, Dolphins won 13-3. Then you go against the third team defense, third team offense, then the Bears started scoring their points. Now the offensive line, that is the biggest thing we were looking at, and the biggest question mark. Offensive line, when it came to pass protection, was better. It wasn't great. There was still, like I said, that one throwaway where Tua threw it out of bounds. It seems like he had a ton of pressure in his face. So it was better, but it wasn't great. The run blocking on the offensive line was bad. And again, if I can get the all-22, I will break down this stuff tomorrow's video. But the run blocking was bad. There was times where Tua would turn around, hand the ball off to Malcolm Brown. There's 3 or 4 defenders there to make the tackle, almost making the tackle on Tua, giving the handoff. There was a nice run to the outside to the left to Myles Gaskin, who got like a good chunk 15. And then, Malcolm Brown would, bust through, get an extra 3 or 4 after the contact. But, we get the ball down to the goal line or the red zone, like the 6-7 yard line, on a nice pass from Tua to Gesicki. And, we throw a nice quick slant to Mac Hollins, gets it down to the 1. It's 2nd and goal from the 1. Handoff, nowhere, kick the field goal. Got to do better at run blocking. Because once you're down at the 1, that's what just hand the ball off. You got Malcolm Brown back there. Just get him a lane. Again, I keep saying again, talking about the all-22, I have to see how the film looks, but it looked like there was a lane for him. I don't know if it was the first or second run, but it seemed like there was a lane for him to get open. Malcolm Brown, that is, to get the touchdown. But overall, when it came to the game, like Reed Sinet, he tried. He fit a nice pass into Merrick, and then Merrick gets hit and fumbles the ball, and it's just like, you can't have that happen. But it seems like the team is doing, I'm happy with the first preseason. Let me see fumbles and stuff. Interceptions. They had the one interception. Fumbles. There was a ton of fumbles. A ton of fumbles by the Bears. But like I said, overall, when it came to the first team offense, defense, I was happy. I'll give the overall grade of the team, first team offense, defense, like a B+. The only thing that worried me was the run blocking for the offensive line. Other than that, with no starting wide receivers, without your starting corners, I think this team did really well. And if this is what you guys are seeing in camp, I'm excited, very excited. Again, Tua was poised, and I'll talk more about this again if I can get the all-22. But there was a play where the pocket collapsed around Tua. He stepped up, stepped to his left, stepped to his right, and then he dropped it off to Malcolm Brown, who took it for a good chunk. But the whole time he was moving in the pocket, he did not take his eyes off of downfield. He was trying to look for something to get open. Then he drops it off to Malcolm Brown. Even the interception, you saw Tua started doing his progression, and then I think he saw Matt Collins just get open, and he thought, let me try to fit that in there. And he couldn't. I honestly think if this was, a game time, if this was a real game and not preseason, I don't think he would have tried to fit that in there. He might prove me wrong and say he does have that aggression in him that he'll try to fit that in there like a Fitzpatrick. But from I don't think he would have tried to fit it in there. I think he would have thrown it to someone else or ran it. But again, I think that the first team offense, defense did well. I know there's certain people who are going to go out, who are going to be out there saying Tua's, see, I told you Tua sucks, Tua's a bust. Just ignore them because they don't know football. Just ignore them because yes, he threw the interception, but I'm happy he tried it. I'm happy he forced it. Should he have thrown it sooner? Yes. Was it a bad pass? Yes. Does he suck because of it? No. I think he did well. Again, I'll give him a B+. I give the defense an A+. I think the defense did fantastic. Offense overall, B. Running game, C. Be sure to comment below. What do you guys think? I'm interested. And try to, if you don't like Tua, try to take a step back from your bias and look at it objectively. Look at the passes he made. Look at the movement in the pocket. That's what I looked at. The interception was bad. Interception was on him. But everything else was very sound. I like his movement in the pocket. I like that the progression. I could see the progression he's doing with his eyes, even just watching it on TV. He waited for Gesicki to get open, and then he dropped it over the defense into his hands and allowed him to gain that extra yardage after the broken tackle. Very happy with what I'm seeing. We'll see what happens with the Atlanta Falcons next Saturday. I will be live for that, the whole game. But be sure to comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Comment of the day, essentially, I'm addressing a lot of your guys' comments with, the play and stuff. So that's really comment of the day. I'll have a comment of the day. Comment below. Let me know what you think. I'll have a comment of the day for tomorrow's film breakdown video. I really hope I can get the all-22. If not, I'll figure out some way of showing you what I'm talking about. But other than that, guys, I'll see you tomorrow with a deeper dive into today's video. We're not going to break down every single play, but some pivotal plays like the touchdown pass from Brissett to Ahmed, the interception, the run games, I'll break down certain things. It's not going to be an hour-long video. But other than that, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Like usual, stay classy. FN's up.